Happy Big Dog is Friday. Today's the best day of the week. It's
Yes,
awesome.
it is.
We're so glad to have you here. And we made it to another Friday. That's awesome.
So if you're new around here, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here with the amazing and talented Patty Flynn.
Hello, everybody. And I have a little sidekick here. This is Ginger. She's going to be my sous chef today. So if you see a little nose popping in, that's her.
We are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds, and we like to get together on Fridays and do crafts or recipes or all kinds of just fun activities in honor of our love of pets. And so that's what we're going to be working on today.
Somebody really wants to help out. Here, you sit over here. You can sit right there. Okay. Sorry. She started crawling into my lap.
No worries.
I think this recipe is going to be a winner.
Yes. Sorry, that's my oven preheating, so it's ready now.
Well, Ginger will be over at your house as soon as we're done here.
So today we're making a super simple recipe, just 4 ingredients, and they're called peanut butter and yogurt bites. And if you can't tell, we've already taste tested a little batch of them, and I think they were a success.
Yes.
Ginger gives them a seal of approval.
Thumbs up over here for sure.
So all you're going to need for this super simple recipe are some oats, quick oats or what I'm using, a half a cup, and we'll just pop those in. And then a third of a cup of yogurt. And the thing that you're going to want to make sure of for your yogurt is that there aren't any artificial sweeteners in it. You can use plain yogurt, or you could use a simple, like I've got vanilla and honey. I think you've got strawberry.
Mm-hmm. But I do. It's yogurt on the bottom, and I'm not using the strawberries on the bottom. You can, but I think the ratios, you'd have to add a little more oats or a little more flour, I think, just because it makes it a wetter batch. So, but you get the strawberry flavor even just in the yogurt itself.
So, and the thing to know about your yogurt, like depending on how wet it is, you might need to adjust these ratios just a little bit, as Patty mentioned. So a little bit more oats, or we also have a tablespoon of flour that we're going to be adding in as well. But a tablespoon of peanut butter. And again, make sure you don't have any of the artificial sweetener in the peanut butters.
And I'm putting 2 tablespoons of flour for mine. And in case you didn't know, like I didn't know what a third a cup of yogurt is, you know, what that equates to. And so my yogurt.
Wait. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're okay. So a third a cup of yogurt equates to about a little bit like a 5-ounce jar of yogurt, or a 5-ounce container of yogurt, just in case you're not quite sure.
Great. What was I gonna? Must not have been that important.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm just catching up. I just added 2 tablespoons of flour because my yogurt's just a little bit wetter, and I just added my peanut butter.
Oh, that's what I was going to mention. So if your dog, if you prefer to use wheat flour, you can adjust these ingredients to whatever you know works well for your pup. So wheat flour, coconut flour, so you can substitute anything that you might need to for these. And if you notice that your batter, your kind of mixture is super wet, then you can add a little bit more flour, a little bit more oats. And it is relatively sticky. The dough is relatively sticky, even at sort of the proper ratio. So.
And I think if you let it sit for a little while, it might thicken up as well. But
yeah, if you have like 5 or 10 minutes that you wanted to, you pop it in the fridge and let it sit.
Yeah, mine's still a little on the wet side, so I don't think I could roll mine into balls, but yeah, and I'm good with the ratio as is. So I'm just gonna drop mine onto my baking sheet instead of rolling it. But if yours is a little drier, Hillary, I think yours looks a little drier than mine.
Yep.
Yeah, then
Yep.
it's easier to roll into balls.
And it is, you're going to get, if you're using your hands, like I'm going to be using my hands to roll it out, you are going to get sticky and messy. So just forewarning, this isn't a clean process. And then I just have a cookie sheet with some aluminum foil. I did grease the bottom of it a little bit. And then I'm just making little balls. This is a pretty small batch, so if you have lots of doggies at your house, you might want to double it, but it works pretty well, especially if you have little pups like Ginger.
And I'm just taking a spoonful and then I'm just kind of dropping little dollops onto my pan here. Just again, because my batch is a little wetter. But I also like it. I like the wetness for the moisture. So
Yeah.
I like, these to be a little more moist than crispy.
And they will be like, even after you cook them, they'll still be kind of chewy and moist. They're not going to be biscuit, like a hard dried out biscuit or anything like that. So
I like, yeah, sometimes I like having that. Well, and if this is this almost like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, depending on what flavor your yogurt is. So yeah, you kind of want it a little moist and chewy. Hi, Al. I see your comments. Ginger has had quite a few of these already in the taste testing phase. So, and yeah, she will most definitely reap the rewards of this second batch. So, I hope Missy's doing well. I know she had surgery lately. It sounds like she's doing better. I hope so. She's her same old bouncy self. But yeah, this is fun. And you get, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, depending on the size of the cookies that you're making, you can get quite a few out of this batch. Now, if I had a Great Dane at home or a large pup, I probably would be making bigger ones, but they're about an inch in size, I think, roughly.
Yep. And for mine, I did kind of a tester batch and did some of them in balls and some of them with just kind of pressing your thumb, so little thumbprint cookies or whatever. So
yeah,
you can do either one. Both of them turned out just fine. I was a little bit worried that if you don't press them down, they would still be too wet on the inside of the balls, but they turned out just fine. So for this batch, I'm just doing them all around.
Yeah, and I'm not pressing mine down, and they seem to turn out okay. Nice and moist on the inside and all the way cooked through, so. Normally, I don't do a test batch, so it's so funny to see Ginger's. Yeah, you gotta wait until they're cooked. You gotta wait till they're cooked, sweetie. My husband was smelling these in the kitchen when I was making them. He's like, "This smells so good." I'm like, "Yeah, they smell like peanut butter and jelly."
Yeah, they definitely have that really strong peanut butter. Like, there's no question, there's peanut butter in there.
Yeah, for just a small dollop of peanut butter, they still have a really good flavor. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm just finishing up my batch here. I think the last couple on the tray. Oh, Missy's doing great. Oh, that's so good. She's recovered completely. Thank goodness. Yeah, no kidding. Thank goodness. She's
She's a tough cookie. We love our little Missy so much. So give her extra belly rubs from us today. All right, here we go. Quite a few of them.
Yeah, you just pop them in the oven at 350 for, so I would say right around 15 minutes. You might check at about 13. It could go up to 20 depending on how big you're making them, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I would check it right around 13. I did mine for about 15, and that seemed like a pretty good time for me.
And they're a little deceiving because if you're looking for them to brown on the top,
yeah.
They don't brown quite as much. The bottoms will be nice and brown at that point, 15 minutes. So just don't think that they're undercooked. Yeah. So if you look at the bottoms, mine have a little lighter coloring, but yeah, they're definitely cooked at that point. And mine look a little spiky.
Oh, those
like
are awesome.
Little wild hair day, kind of. The oats are kind of poking up, which is kind of funny. But I like yours. Those look really cute. They look very professional looking.
So here are the little balls, and then these are the ones that I just did the little thumbprint in them.
Yeah.
I would recommend when you're storing them, they'll probably last about a week. It's a relatively small batch, but they'll probably last about a week.
And probably in the refrigerator, right?
Yeah,
that's probably the best.
I would recommend the refrigerator would be a good place to keep them. Awesome.
There you go, Ginger. Your patience was rewarded.
Oh, and Joni is asking, yes, we will have a recipe on our website, and we will link that as well so that you can get step-by-step instructions and all the measurements, everything you need on our website.
Yep.
So
yeah, and there are past recipes too. We were just talking before we came live, like what some of our pups' favorites are. Yeah. So the last one we did, cream cheese and spinach, was, oh my God, you got to check that one out too. It's like, that was a huge hit. So yeah, and I think this one is too. So anyway, thanks so much, everybody. This was great. It just smells of peanut butter and jelly. I love this. It takes me back to my childhood. This is awesome. This is great. Right. Thank you so much, everybody. This was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. It's so fast. Like, seriously, one of the fastest recipes. Takes 15 minutes in the oven. Like, it takes longer to cook it than it does to make it. And totally worth it. Your pups will just absolutely adore you for the effort. So thanks,
and
everyone.
If you end up making some, please share your results, because we would love to see your pups enjoying them as well. That would be awesome.
Yes, exactly.
If you know somebody that you think would enjoy these, as Patty mentioned, we have a whole bunch of recipes, a whole bunch of crafts and things. Please share it with anybody you think would enjoy it. It really does help us if you do that. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Hug your pups for us. Bye.